listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Pretty Little Liars After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Pretty Little Liars After Show.
Oh, I was waiting for the song. The song didn't come on.
Maybe that's a good thing for this one. I don't know.
Wait, there it is. There it is. It threw me off. Because I just have to wrap my head around what we just watched. Hi, everybody. It is the Pretty Little Liars After Show. My name is Kelly, and we are in Season 3. This is Episode 12, our summer finale, Lady Killer. And oh, what a finale it was.
That is
So much going on.
Joining me tonight are...
Stephanie, it's good to be back with you.
And Whitney, we're excited. It's
and
crazy.
hashtag Toby is back.
Right? We laughed out loud. They just, right when Toby walks in, here comes the little pop-up on the screen.
The Twitter hashtag Toby is back. And oh my gosh, Toby is part of the A-team.
What?
Didn't we talk about this a few weeks ago?
Yes,
I knew that dude was
we
sketchy.
were like, where is he?
Yeah.
There's something going on
He's
there.
taking off, out of town, getting jobs. I don't know about all that.
Now we know.
And I still, he's back. He's a bad guy.
I don't know. We did get some tweets about this because it does make sense. Of course he is there with Mona. You've got to know, something's happening there.
Right.
But with the show, it could go either way.
This is true.
He could just be, getting close because he did say he wanted to go find out for himself. Remember? That's why he left. He's like, I'll find out. If you're not going to tell me who A is, I'll go find out myself.
Could be.
So maybe he's just getting closer to end up being a good man that Toby is.
Maybe, hopefully.
Otherwise...
That's what we all hope for,
Right.
but that look on his
I
face
know.
at the end of the episode, it was just dead eyes across.
Well, he goes and gets him a little something, and then we find out that he's A. Come on. This is Toby, this nice little sweet guy, and he goes and takes advantage of Spencer. And then all of a sudden, he's this cocky bad guy walking out of
it too, though. Spencer, she was all for it.
But still...
Yeah, I know.
He's
It doesn't make sense.
plotting to end them. And,
I know, and it was such a sweet kiss and a sweet moment, and you just were like, oh, they're finally back together, reunited in the town.
She was so happy to see him, so excited, feels bad about lying to him and all of this stuff.
And then, they get together, and you're just like...
She's tearing up after he leaves. She wants all of this to be over.
She thinks he's just leaving because he wants to get away from it all. Come to find out, he's in the midst of it all.
Exactly.
Oh, come on, Toby.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. I have to process it.
I'm still going back and forth though. I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt and see what actually transpires.
Well, I want to know, how does Mona dress up in this nurse's outfit with these 3-year-old lace socks on and just walks out? And just walks out of the place with her little hat.
She has a little key card. She shows the guy at the desk. She's like,
and nobody recognizes her face because her hair's up.
This is the crazy girl that's staying in
This goes back to my theory that it's that psychologist that I forget her name every time I talk about this. That I think Dr. Sullivan, right?
Yes.
That I think it's she is the culprit behind this, because how is this chick getting in and out of these places?
It's true.
I don't know.
That's
I think
true.
there's some special treatment
They
going
all come
on.
back around, so we'll see about that.
I don't know.
But Mona and Toby, did they ever speak
I don't
before
know.
now? You know what I mean? They weren't friends in
Well, then
high
if
school.
Jenna, if people, because everybody was thinking Jenna was involved. So then, maybe it was Toby the whole time. And, or they were kind of working together, and then he kind of got out of it.
Yeah.
And that's how it was so easy for him to get back in, maybe.
I kept thinking that he was good. He kind of went from good to bad because maybe he did initially go to Mona to find out more about A and get that, and then he somehow slipped into the bad side. I don't know. He seemed like such a good guy. It really bothers me when good guys become bad. And
I mean, he was hooking up with
that.
his stepsister. Not really that good of a guy.
Right. He has things he's got to cover up, too.
Yeah.
That whole
True.
thumb drive, he was on there, too. It wasn't just Jenna.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't care as much as everyone thought. Maybe Toby was the one that was like, you got to get that back. You got to hide that. You know? Who knows?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
I'm still in shock over this, so I need a
I
second.
think we're all reeling a little bit. We're like, what just happened? As we were watching the episode, that moment where you see his face for the first time, I think we were all pretty.
It's just the worst part about it, though, is he's great friends with Emily, and he's the one calling and being like, you have 1 minute, get out of there. You know? And
well,
when she's
maybe
in
he
the
was trying to
cabin-
save her life. You know,
That's
because it
true.
was 1 minute get out, and she wants to look
Hey,
around. And
Toby's still a good
you know,
man.
so maybe if that's what was happening, then maybe
Maybe he knows everything that's happening. I think that's what it is.
it
I
could
think
be
He's
because
getting
she
close
got
to Mona, finding it all
Yeah.
out, but then in the end,
because she got a warning.
yeah.
So maybe
And it sounded like Toby's voice. But then again, this is the whole thing, is you see Toby's face, but then and he runs off, scurries off. But then you don't see whoever it is that's sitting down calling for tickets for the Halloween event. So you don't know who's on the other side of that
Right.
hoodie. Could be another member of the A-team.
Well, because if we remember from the episode right before this one, there were already 2 people that were
Right.
part of the A-team.
When they passed off the keys.
Right. So it couldn't have been Mona as one of them because she was still in the psych ward, right?
That's true.
She hasn't come out yet.
So there's somebody else
So
involved.
I was thinking there was a third person. I still think Nate was part of it
Well.
because if Emily, you know, because all of this stuff, which we'll get into in 1 second, but everything that happened with Nate, and then Emily gets that call, I owe you one.
Yeah.
Then maybe because she took away one of their team members, maybe.
That's an interesting theory. I kept being so happy that it doesn't appear to be that Caleb is part of the A-team. And all season I was starting to get concerned about that because he was so technological and getting in there. And I was like, is he the one
Right.
sending all of this? But it looks like he might be actually a good guy, not so bad.
Yeah. So let's get into this whole thing with Nate. All I want to say is I knew it. I
Right,
knew
we called
that
it.
guy
That
was sketchy.
No, I do not like you, Nate. Not at all. Well, Lyndon, excuse me.
Yes,
Your real name
Lyndon
comes
James.
out. What a betrayal.
I knew it. I knew it.
Poor Emily, man.
Aren't you listening?
Exactly.
Exactly. Scary guy. You guys, I jumped out of my seat. I know I scared all of y'all, but he comes out of nowhere right behind Emily, and I just screamed.
Yes. He's just one of those creepy guys. He was a little too...
Well, he was a stalker. We now know. He stalked
Yes.
Maya. He wasn't her cousin. He was in love with her. Emily was as close as he could get to after Maya was gone.
Well, I think that's who Jenna was afraid of.
Definitely, because he said, Jenna, I think Jenna saw me with Maya.
Yes, because when Jenna went over to Emily's, I originally thought she was warning her about Paige.
Right.
But apparently it was probably about Nate.
Oh.
Remember
see,
that?
Jenna, I think she has some good qualities there. She helps people out. But, she also, who was the one that warned Jenna about Nate? Luckily, that was actually one of the 4 girls. Remember? They were like, you don't want to go on a date with him. They were trying to keep her away.
Was it?
Yes, it was somebody. It was maybe Cece
Well,
or
no,
somebody.
remember Cece prank called her?
Right, but see, it
Yeah.
ended up working out for her
Well,
benefit because
yeah.
look at Nate now. He could have done something like that to her.
Absolutely. Well, and if she remembers seeing him with Maya.
Then she's probably a little more skeptical. Maybe she
Yeah.
was trying to get close to
But
find
then
it
she
out.
was, she was running away somewhere. Remember from that last
Yes.
episode that she was packing up in a taxi and leaving. So was it because she was afraid because Hanna told her about that hard drive?
Yeah.
And then she was warning Emily before she took off?
Or was she the third person in the hoodie?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. So maybe she and Toby have a little family A-team affair going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I can't deal with it.
You're still in shock over Toby.
It's just like we knew it about Nate, though. You could tell he was kind of
I wasn't that
creepy
surprised
guy.
about that,
I was a little surprised. I thought maybe for a second he wasn't related to Maya, but I never thought he would go after trying to like literally kill Paige because she's with Emily.
Yeah, we definitely mentioned that last week on the show, that we thought that we weren't sure what Nate's association was with the whole thing. I don't think, though, we could have predicted what went down, and especially dramatic lighthouse killing, and then the lights go out, and then you're just like, ooh.
So what exactly happened here? So Emily went with Nate. She told the girls, luckily, told them where she was going. She's like, I'm gonna go spend the weekend with Nate up here at this inn, at a cabin. And Paige is hidden in the closet, but she doesn't know that. They're just having a little friendly time. You get the phone call. Emily's like, what in the world? I've got to look around. What's happening? Next thing you know, Nate finds her outside as she's trying to call someone to get out because she knows something creepy's happening. He just jumps
But she
right
recognizes the paint on his boots.
Right, from the picture.
From the picture, so she's looking through her phone, and there's this picture she has of Maya, and because Maya had told her about this stalker that she met, and she was starting to put two and two together when she saw his boots.
Exactly.
It was all starting to. That's when she started freaking out, I think.
And I think he probably noticed that, caught on a little bit.
Because her mood changed. But I was a little bit disappointed that Emily was kind of that dumb to go into the middle of the woods,
To try to, because she didn't have cell service. I'm sure she was like trying to figure out, but.
But with this guy that's already been aggressive, because remember when she was breaking up with him? Well, not breaking up with him, but we need to be friends. He was already kind of weird. So she's going to go stay in the woods with him by herself?
Why would you ever do that? She's just trying to make a point to these other girls, but in the end, all four need to stay together because something crazy is going to happen, which it did.
Yes, it did. Poor Paige gets kidnapped. I still don't know how I feel about her.
I don't either.
I still don't know if I 100% trust that girl.
See, that's what the show makes you be very skeptical of everyone.
Poor girl. She just went through a traumatic experience, and I still think she's bad.
She was good to Emily and stuff like that, but I don't know. Emily had to kill some guy. She had to kill Nate.
Self-defense.
I know.
He was about to kill her.
She's going to be even more scarred.
Yeah. Well, this poor girl has to go into therapy. Every time you turn around, there's somebody dying in front of her, or that's associated directly with her. Poor thing.
Guess she got an answer, though, with who actually did kill Maya.
Yeah, that's true.
Why would he? Just because he couldn't have her?
Yeah.
What a screwed up man, Nate.
Love will make you do some crazy things.
Hopefully not that crazy.
Yeah, right?
But, hence the same thing with Kayla bringing a gun. It goes to show it's never a good idea to take a gun with you anywhere. If it gets in the wrong hands.
I could not agree with you more, but the saddest part of that was Caleb goes to give her a hug and be that good guy, and then puts the gun down, and you just know. I think we all were just like...
Oh, I caught it before. When he had that gun in the first place, I was like, that's going to end up... and he took it back. I was like, he's going to get hurt. He's going to get hurt.
Once that gun went down on that table, you just knew that it was seconds away.
I hope it is a lesson to you guys. It's never okay to have a gun. It never works out the way you want it to.
Oh, Lord.
No, it never does.
No, it really, really doesn't.
It's so... and I really hope that he's going to be okay.
Me too. The whole episode started off with Hanna just bawling her eyes out, so you kind of put it together. I thought I told you, I was like, is it her mom? Is her mom in trouble? Turns out it's Caleb. It had to be someone close to her because she was literally having a...
Yeah, but it goes back. He really wanted to protect her, so he went to extreme measures because he loves her. Is this, Nate just, or what was his name? Lyndon?
Yes, Lyndon James.
Yeah. He went to a little bit of a scarier extreme for the same kind of thing, when you get... Heartbreak is scary.
And sometimes. When you say that, I think of Toby. Could he be part of the A team to actually protect the girls?
Maybe that really is it. That's we got some Twitter theories about that, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and I was thinking about it, and it just seems... I want to believe that he's good, so that would be the only solution that would allow him to stay good. So
I don't know. Sometimes he just has those creepy looks. I just don't know. But I can't feel that he's definitely not leading anything. If anything, he's a follower.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
But maybe it is just to really get in there and protect the girls.
I did find it interesting, though, when they were talking at the end, like, oh... thanks to Nate or thanks to Emily, Garrett's out now. We didn't have to go to the extreme of whatever else they were going to do because now that Nate's dead, Garrett's free because they know he killed Maya, that Nate killed Maya.
Well, they were going to pin it on Paige, right?
Yeah, see?
Because they planted Maya's cell phone on Paige. She doesn't know she has it. So they were going to pin it on Paige. So again, it makes me wonder, is Paige just always in the wrong place at the wrong time?
I know.
Or is she really part of that whole scheme?
I don't believe that anyone could be in the wrong place that many times. you have to start to question the person if it's just time after time. You're like, really? Were you there? No? Oh, okay.
Well, I think the same thing with the girls, though. Even at the beginning, I was like, Paige, could it be Paige? Like, they didn't question it enough. They just assumed that was her because she was found with the earring. Like, you got to think about who's planting this stuff, They're smarter than this. Paige is not going to be that obvious if it was her,
Right.
They got to kind of think a little bit more.
But she did lie about knowing Allie, though.
Yeah.
So,
That's
once
true.
you start out as a liar, it's hard to...
All the secrets.
I don't know. I'm still... I don't know.
It was good. It was a good one. Makes you question it.
I mean,
All
we were
of it.
getting so many theories through Twitter about all of this, and it's so much fun because there's so many ways that the show could go.
Absolutely. And on iTunes, and I want to thank everybody for rating and commenting on iTunes. We really love to hear all of your theories. And we had a comment where somebody did predict that Nate killed Maya and had this whole thing. And I think that it's fun. It's fun to kind of theorize and what do we think and see how it all comes out. So that's
good.
what makes
we
it
all
so
work
much more
together
fun.
and we can figure it out.
It makes it so much more fun to watch. So, since it's the summer finale and it's coming back in October for the Halloween episode, please continue to go to iTunes, download, rate, and leave your comments about what you guys think is going to happen next. Do you think Toby is really on the A team, or do you think he's just trying to play the part to help the girls out? I don't know. Definitely let us know because we love to hear about it.
No, lots of good ones all the time.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't know. I'm still sad about Caleb. I almost wanted to cry when I saw
was about to. Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna cry. You guys, I'm gonna cry. I don't know. This show is just so many emotions.
Yeah, up and down, up and down.
Yeah, I think we've all been big Caleb supporters all season and said, oh, he's just trying to do right by the girls. He's the good guy. And to see in the finale the good guy go down is never fun.
No.
And it was like betrayal was a really good hashtag for this because it was more than just one.
Right.
There's so many betrayals all along, which, Spencer doesn't feel betrayed, but you can see the overarching betrayal that's happening right there with Toby.
She doesn't know yet.
But then Nate, Paige, I'm sure felt betrayed from these other girls. It's like, you don't believe me, I don't know. There's so many.
I know. And then we go, that brings us into the not as dramatic storyline that happened tonight, but still emotional. Maggie shows up at Ezra's apartment and Aria answers the door.
Amy,
right? And she still hasn't told Ezra that
another betrayal.
Yeah, that she met Maggie and that she knows he has a son. So there's two there. Aria's lying to him, and so is Maggie.
Except they're kind of helping each other out.
I thought that was the worst part of it when Maggie turns to Aria, and you can tell Aria's a younger girl and says you don't tell him, I'm not going to ruin the secret, you shouldn't either, and makes her fall in line with keeping this huge, life-altering secret about that he, in fact, does have a son.
And we don't know yet whether his mom does know, right?
Right.
We don't know.
We don't know for sure.
So the idea is he thinks, and as far as we know, his family thinks that Maggie got an abortion. That's what the money was for, that she was never going to have that kid. She's just supposed to disappear.
But she shouldn't have come back in the first place.
Right.
Diane's going to have a fit over that one. This is the thing, too, though. Aria needs to be careful because she's telling her, I won't ruin it for you, but she's like, if Ezra finds out that I lied to him, it's going to be really bad. It could ruin our relationship. What if this girl wants your relationship to be ruined? You have to be careful. You kind of have to follow what you really want to do with this situation.
And Hanna even warns her to that effect and says, if you keep this big of a secret, it's going to change everything.
Yeah.
Right. And it just shows her age. It shows, that this really shows the big age difference between the two. Because, I mean,
poor
she
girl.
doesn't know how to handle something like this.
She's in
And
high
she's
school.
confiding in his little brother, who could probably be the one. He probably told her on purpose and swears that he didn't.
Right. Betrayal.
I'm not sure I love the West. West character is not doing so well. And I think there's we talked about this last week, a little bit of a spark between Aria and Wes, which I think will be probably more explored next season. But
Well, I think he got jealous when when Ezra and Aria kissed after he blew out his birthday candles.
Yeah.
You know, and then there was that weird little moment. So she's confiding in this kid that probably likes her and told her all this on purpose to break them up and is pretending to be on her side. At least I think so.
And how awkward was it when Ezra and Maggie are sitting on the couch, like talking, having the cake or whatever they were eating, and Aria's like in the kitchen just staring.
She's supposed to be making tea.
It looked so awkward. It was like, this is all happening right here before your eyes. You need to do something to stop it.
Yeah. She's too young to be able to handle this big of a situation because he's going to be very angry with her and this show he's gonna find out she was lying.
Oh, of course.
You know?
A's gonna know all of this.
Yeah, A's gonna text him or something. It's or his mother. Maybe Wes tells his mother. And then the mother comes back and says, well, Aria was lying to you to break them up.
Though, because she doesn't want Maggie or Aria.
No.
She just wants Ezra to be alone forever. What is it, Diane?
She wants to just pick his partner.
I guess. She needs to relax.
So that poor guy, I don't know. What is he doing? Did he go back to school? What is he doing?
I think
I miss that?
He's becoming a writer.
Right.
And so he's working, I think, freelance or taking different projects. But no, he's not a teacher anymore. And I loved that moment when she was like, why did you stop teaching? And he was like, things got complicated.
It's like, this girl right here, this high school
this
student,
like 14-year-old that I'm dating right here.
Oh,
but I love that Maggie is Larissa Olenek from 10 Things I Hate About You.
I was like, they look so much maturity-wise. I mean, it's just like this girl, she has a kid, Malcolm.
Yeah.
I don't know, because she's hiding something still. Remember, she doesn't want to tell Ezra right now either. So it makes me question, is this for sure his kid too? It has to be, right?
They were right out of high school, right?
Yeah. It has to be. And also, it makes me wonder, with the money that she's getting from his family, does she worry that if he finds out about the kid that the money will disappear? Because then
that was Aria's concern too.
Yeah, right. And then they'll break. Everything will become apart. Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many different directions that this can go. That's what makes this all of our plotting fun.
Yeah,
but
it is.
I don't know. What are we missing?
Would have never guessed Toby though. I would have never. They do that. They do pretty well with that.
I know. And then Garrett's out and his little smirk on his face.
So you know something. Well, and they're so glad Mona and Toby. That's like, good, Garrett's out. We don't have to worry. So something else is going to go on there.
Yeah. There still was something that they did, he and Melissa, I think, where they're still a little sketchy. Yeah. Well, everybody is. Can't really trust anybody on this show.
I feel like, everyone you think is good becomes bad. Everyone, I mean, even Ezra, who I think we all thought was like the good, other than dating a high school student, mind you, but a good guy. He's got these huge skeletons in his closet. And I think it'll be interesting to see how that plays out next year as well, because that was definitely a subplot. There was so much going on in the episode that we didn't get to see a lot of that experience. So it'll be interesting to see more of it next year.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to know what Wes's motives are. Like, why is he back all of a sudden trying to be all BFFs with his brother?
Well, now I'm skeptical of anyone who comes back randomly. It's like, oh, you're going to pretend you're someone's cousin and then kill people? No, thank you. Get out of Rosewood.
I still think Cece could be part of the A-team, too.
I do, too. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I think so, too. She's, like, planting things here and there, little, a little bit of pieces and stuff, and making the girls all skeptical of other people and things. And I think she was the one that kind of taught Allie to be the way Allie was. For
sure.
With those flashbacks from last episode.
Yeah.
I think so.
Thick skin. Poor girl.
I know. Poor Paige. If
I
she's really not part of, then I do feel really bad.
I need to change what I think about these people. Like, if she's not a part of it, I've been not liking the girl. And, maybe she's just really that nice person. What you saw when Emily, like the cops were trying to talk to Emily, she's like, I can't do this right now. And Paige went over to finish questioning so Emily could go be with their friends. Yeah. And you saw the little glance Spencer and Paige had. And it's like, okay, sorry. Yeah. Without really saying it. So hopefully she will apologize at some point if that's the case.
That's true. Where is Lucas?
That's another one, right?
Where is he?
I know he'll be in the web series, if that helps anyone. If we're curious, you can go online and he'll be in the web series. But tonight, we did not see him at all.
Well, we could have. He could have been
I know. He could have been one of them.
True. True.
Because there's still that one extra.
I don't put... I just can't. I don't put him in there. Toby, I can't believe it. I just really don't think. I think it's for other reasons.
So in your mind, there's 2 remaining. We need 2 more names in there.
I think he is looking like he's a part of this, but I think it's for different reasons than Mona and potentially Lucas, Cece, whoever it is. It's everyone in Rosewood.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, so what do you think? Do you think Nate was part of that, or just a separate stalker killer on his own?
This is stalker killer Nate. That's who he is.
And they figured it out, so they were kind of using that and manipulating the situation to do some of A's work without him realizing that he was doing that, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, it ended up working to their favor.
Because he was a psycho?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Rosewood just collects the crazies. That's pretty much where I'm at.
Yeah. I don't know. He could have gotten away with all this too, He's like, no one knows my real name.
Yeah.
He could have killed Paige and Emily and been like, oh, something happened to these girls. I'm Maya's cousin. Why would they, I'm losing everyone. You're not Maya's cousin. You're a stalker. And this is what I was thinking about, too. When remember those pictures or something? He's like, or he picked up earrings. He's like, oh, these look like the ones Maya wore. You've had these little, details where it's like, why would he know that if he's her cousin?
Yeah.
It makes you kind of question it, back in a few episodes back. So now we know, because he was a stalker, he knew everything about her.
Yeah, it was always creepy. Always creepy. I know we talked about that a few times. It was just a little too, I'm in love with you, not that we're family.
Right, it was too weird for cousins there, so.
Yeah.
And he kind of moved on to Emily in this weird way because he wanted to always be around her and was always in the coffee shop, and just you kind of got that he was becoming obsessed with her, and now we realize much the same way as Maya.
Right. I don't know. But then Paige was kind of like that. She was a little stalkerish, so I hope this makes her calm down.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Don't freak everyone out, Paige. Just relax. It's all going to be okay.
It's going to be okay. You don't have to try so hard. Take a breath.
I don't know why I'm still questioning her, though. I even thought, well, maybe she, was in it with Nate. She put the duct tape on her mouth and hid and knew she wasn't going to actually die. I don't think so.
No, I mean, that one seems a little more on the extreme side. I would have to say that once you're to the point of putting duct tape over your mouth to be part of a scheme,
that's true.
There's something really wrong.
Even crazier.
You're going to tie yourself up. There's something really wrong with that.
That's true. I should stop with my far-reaching predictions here. Oh, man.
Oh.
I mean, it really was just big main topics this show, you know? And we figured out exactly what was happening. But we do have a lot of questions, I guess. Is Caleb going to be okay? Is Nate okay?
Or did he die?
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
We just know that the revelation that he was
no, he did, right?
Did he
because
for sure?
I think he did, because when they were wheeling him out, wasn't he completely covered in a bag?
I think so.
I think he did die.
Yes.
I think he did
long
die.
Gone.
Mm-hmm.
Which we knew, because when Tammin and Brendan came in to talk to us, Jenna and Lucas from the show, they did say, we know someone's going to die.
Yeah.
So now we know.
So he definitely did.
Nate / Lyndon is all gone.
Yep. Psycho Stalker is no more. Mm-hmm. But our hero of the night, we'll have to see if he... How did he know they were in the lighthouse, though? Actually in the light part.
We'll see.
Did he see the shadows, remember? Maybe?
Well, Nate heard, footsteps, so maybe he saw Emily, run because he was outside. Because we thought the girls were walking up on this.
Yeah.
But where were they at this hole?
Because remember, there were 2 different locations named the same thing. So they went to one, he went to the other.
Very smart.
He said, I'm going to this one, you guys go to the other. So that way somebody...
We thought it might have been the girls creeping up on it, but it was really Caleb. So I'm sure he saw,
Yeah.
But
she
Emily
was
just
running by herself for a minute.
Well, she just left Paige all taped up and sitting on the couch, and she's like, see ya.
She was trying to go call 911.
No, but what if he was I
think she knew he was going to chase her.
Hopefully.
Because remember he said he wanted her to see him do it?
That's true. But
So that's a pretty big risk to take. To leave your girlfriend all tied up there.
I guess you got to do what you got to do.
Definitely.
Look out for number one.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Poor
I
Paige.
don't know. But it's all crazy and I can't wait. October's too far away. And then January, right? For the real for the the real season starts, I think.
Which is crazy. I can't wait that long. I need a new episode yesterday.
It'll be here. That teaser for the Halloween episodes looks really creepy. So
Yeah.
It'll be
They're going to be
very-
on a train, which is scary within itself. So
Yeah.
creepy.
never fails.
And Adam Lambert will be there, so we'll get a performance from him as well. Less creepy, but still interesting and something to check out for sure.
Well, that's going to be fun. Do we have any news and gossip?
We do.
All right, well, let's get into that.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so they got the Pretty Little Liars cast got a visit from Michaela Maroney, who is part of the U.S. gymnastics team. So we got to see some really cute photos from the set, and she is obviously a super fan because she seems super excited to take photos with Ashley Benson. So go on to, I think, Ashley Benson's Twitter, and you can check some of those out. And I think Us Weekly as well has those.
Yes, it was so cute. I mean, they probably watched her win a gold medal with the Team USA gymnastics team, and then she's like, let's hang out at Pretty Little Liars.
Exactly.
Kind of works.
Love that. I love when Olympians get to visit different sets. I know that another girl from the gymnastics team wants to go to Vampire Diaries, so
Yeah.
get to see some of that as well. And then next season, we kind of saw this, that Aria got to know Ezra's family a little bit, and for about an episode or two, and Wes for a few more. But she'll play a much larger role. That Ezra's family will come back and play a much larger role next season, and she will have to have a lot of interaction with them. So maybe that's a clue as to what's to come with the Maggie situation.
Only makes
With
sense.
baby
I mean,
Malcolm.
there's so many. Oh, what a cutie, too.
Yeah.
Cute little baby boy, but still, she's going to be surrounded by Ezra's crazy fam.
I know.
Will he go back to Fitzgerald? Who knows?
Ooh.
We
I don't
shall
know.
see.
Will all his feelings come back for Maggie? All of a sudden it's going to be like they
What,
never
it's
broke
been
up.
7 years?
But when you're in love, I don't know. It makes people kill each other.
High
So
school
maybe
love,
it never
first
goes
love.
away.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, so many questions in this episode for sure, and cannot wait for all the spoilers and things to come. News and
know.
gossip should be good for the Halloween episode.
All right, well, let's get into what we predict what's going to happen next season. I know we've kind of been talking about it the whole time, but maybe
Yeah, what can you
any
do?
new points? I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah. So predictions. Who wants to start?
You can start, Whitney.
Me?
You've always got some good outrageous
Well,
ones.
outrageous, far-reaching. Well, we've kind of said a lot of them. I said it last week too. CC's in on this somehow. I think my prediction. I've already told you, Toby. I don't think he's actually. I think he's in the A team for protecting other people. And I think that other cap was Lucas. But I don't know. We'll see. Good to know. No, we don't have to worry about Nate being kind of a crazy dude anymore. He's gone. So, and I predict that Caleb will stay alive. He will make it through.
He has to.
I'm gonna go with an Aria and Ezra prediction.
Okay.
I think that they're gonna split, and you know that this pains me. I've said it a couple times throughout. Love them as a couple, but I just think that as a high school student, having a boyfriend who has a 7-year-old is too much. It's over the line. I don't know how you handle it. You can be in love with the person, and it's just too much.
Right.
So I think that they're going for a split, and you might even see Wes step in.
Oh, interesting.
Could be. Could
Uh-huh.
be. Especially because Ezra and Maggie have kind of like a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing. They were torn apart. They didn't really break up willingly.
That's
so
true.
that in itself can play a part.
Very
and
true.
especially if he finds out he has this kid and then wants to get to know him, and because he may want to be a better parent than his family was. So that could be a whole other thing. And
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry, but Aria just looks like she's their kid next to the two of them
so
together.
weird.
It's so awkward.
It is.
horrible interaction in that apartment, that small little apartment, and they're all just standing there, and you're just like, I want to come and help you, like, make this okay, because it's just not at this point.
Yeah, it's definitely awkward, very awkward.
No one wants to open the door to that.
No.
To the past.
Not at all. I don't know. Well, I don't even know anymore about what's going on with anybody, but
that's just basically how they left us.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all nuts. I am just wondering what's going to happen with that body. Are we ever going to find out who has Allie's body?
Right.
You know, who dug up this grave and then just putting pieces of the stuff that was in it everywhere?
She can just skip
Apparently.
out of psychiatry.
She's
like,
walking
she's out
into
of
that
there.
place whenever
Insane
she feels
asylum.
Like. What if Ren is, kind of in on this too?
That. I was talking to someone, they were like, what if he's in the 18?
Maybe he's the one that's letting her in and out of that hospital with the key card and all of that. And then because he's a little creepy trying to swoop in on these little high school girls when he's a doctor. We talked about that before. Yeah. So maybe he's going to come back and be a little evil. Maybe he's that other extra person too.
That's true.
I don't know.
Could be so many.
Could be, especially with the drugs and, all of that. He's a doctor.
Hey, that's a good prediction right there. We shall see about Ren.
But we are very, very sad to see the show end for the summer and can't wait until it's back. And thanks so much for hanging out with us.
We know you're all disappointed about Toby just as much as we are.
I know, I'm sad.
So maybe some of you all knew it. Let us know for sure.
Yes, please keep going to iTunes and rate and comment and let us know your thoughts. It really helps us out a lot. And tell your friends to do so as well. I know they're huge, huge fans of this show, and we can keep it going until the show is back. We can have some chat time, so go and download and all that. And please follow us on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV, and you can follow me at Kellie with an IE 079.
And you can follow me at Stephanie Wenger.
And I'm at Whitney Lane 1118.
Thanks again, guys. We will see you back in October.
Can't wait. Halloween.
So fun.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners.